up there, there's an annoying thistle patch over there too. Has not been a good year here for small grains. The amount of rain we got, it was dry in the beginning of the year, and then we got a lot of rain, which saw the weeds come on, and it's just making it difficult to get everything done. Now, before anybody suggests that I should spray this with glyphosate as a harvest aid, I was advised that glyphosate is only labeled as a harvest aid for barley and wheat. You can't use it on oats. And I looked the label up myself, and the label that I looked at was the generic one. I didn't look at the brand name one. And oats are not listed there on the label for harvesting. And I don't want to get in trouble. I don't need to be paying a fine, because you never know when somebody who doesn't like you is going to be the pesticide police. You call it in that you're spraying off label. I don't want to deal with that. You see over here, I got a little battery-powered fan rigged up. It's making it somewhat bearable in here. The air conditioning hasn't worked on this combine in a long time. It costs more than the combine is worth. A lot more, I think, to actually fix it. I put up with it. Let's see what we got in there. The vent's filling up pretty good. I think we can get the rest of this little piece in, I'm not sure. Then we'll go up there and dump. Got a lot of hay that hasn't been made because of the weather. It's been getting up dry days in a row. I got corn that drowned out, probably about 15 acres or more worth on the one Kingwood farm. It's too late to replant. Hopefully crop insurance comes through on that one. Can't always trust that they do, because they could say, well, nobody else had that problem in your area. But we did have a heavy rain event that flooded those fields long enough that the corn, which had just come up, turned yellow and died. It's very disheartening to see that. See what happens then, because I'm really getting at the end of my rope here financially. And it's fall weather related. I'll just let you watch the oats going in. I'll keep an eye on the grain bin. But he's on the outside of the dam. bird flu got her. Because I've never not seen barn swallows around here. The oats in this farm are not too weedy, well, relatively speaking to the stuff the Kingwood farm. I'm going to leave a little strip. I'm going to have to back up and get that. The stuff up in the other farm is a disaster. That has even more foxtails in it than that. The oats that are in there are nice. If I can get the combine to sift it out, I'll go after it. I've usually been able to set this old cleaner to do a good job in foxtail. It's the ragweed that's the problem, and so far I haven't seen any of that. Here, that is mugwort, and this stuff is horrible, and herbicides do not like to do anything to it. Patches over here too that keep defying efforts at chemical control. Alright, let's see how close I am to that wagon. Put the auger out. On that. This is going to be one of my longer videos. I'm sure some people will be bored by it, but what are you going to do? Let's take a look what's in the bin. Considering the amount of weeds in here. I mean, there's a little bit of green material. I can't get it all out. But I think this would make good feed for somebody. See it bubbling up in there. Most of the foxtails are floating out. Alright, I'm going to start dumping this